Hi everybody, it's Julia, your trusted travel expert, helping you find that je ne sais quoi wherever you are in the world and to have cliche-free travel. I wanted to come to you even though I'm on vacation because I wanted to tell you a little bit about where I chose to take my vacation this winter, and it is the absolutely beautiful island country of Sri Lanka. Otherwise, or formerly known as Ceylon, C-E-Y-L-O-N. This is an island just off the southeast coast of India, and I loved India when I visited India about 10 years ago. And so when a friend of mine was going to be in the area and suggested Sri Lanka for a New Year's trip, I jumped at it, absolutely. I've talked about this previously, how excited I was that going somewhere so exotic was not so expensive. And now that I've been here, not quite a full week yet, I just am so thrilled that I came because it is such a fabulously interesting and gorgeous country. You can see a little peek of the beach behind me. And so, little quick overview of the touristy parts or the parts of Sri Lanka that you would want to see. You fly into Colombo, which is the capital city, and that's a really big, sprawling, big city. I am going to check it out on my last day just to see how good it is or not so good, but I'll let you know. But so you go mostly to the beaches. In the south is the best. We are in an area or a beach called Unawatuna. The names are very hard to say here. And it's right near the old ancient port city of Gala, G-A-L-L-E, and that was a hugely important port during the tea trading times. The Dutch East Trading Company had their headquarters there. There's a big fort there, and we're definitely going to go check that out. And the beaches all along the south and headed up back towards Colombo are just spectacular. It's not white sand, it's yellow sand, a little shelly, but the diving is amazing. I'm going to go diving. There's all kinds of sea life. It's just beautiful. Then as you go north towards the center of the country, there you get to the highlands, and there are these beautiful steep mountains with lots of tea plantations, and there's lots of different places to go. The most famous is the famous train ride from Kandy up to Ella. It's supposed to be the most beautiful train ride in the world. We didn't have time to go up to Ella, but we did visit Kandy, and Kandy was a bit of a really busy city up in the highlands, which was a little surprising and frankly a little disappointing. It's got a very nice lake, and it's extremely important because it was the last capital of Sri Lanka before the British took over. It's got the Temple of the Tooth relic, so it has a tooth of Buddha. It's a very Buddhist country, and it's an incredibly important sacred town with lots of, that temple and lots of other Hindu temples and stuff like that. But it's a very busy city. So Ella, I think, is a little bit more natural, and there's also Nuria Elia, which is another area in the highlands that's much more natural, I think, with lots of natural wonders. And then if you go further a little bit north, you get to an area that we spent several days in that I just loved. And I'm not sure if it's all it's two different ancient capitals, Anuradhapurna, and I'm probably murdering these names, and Polonnaruwa. And those, I have little postcards from them. Anuradhapura was the first capital, and it has all these really ancient relics. Like this thing was built in the 3rd century BC or something insane like that. And then Polonnaruwa reminded us very much of Angkor Wat because it had also a lot of ruins, former temples, former palaces, that kind of thing, but they were much more sort of in a natural setting with trees and parkland and all that. And then the big draw there is Sigiriya Rock, and that is the Lion Rock. This is a view from the top, and if you've been following me at all, you've seen some photos and stuff like that from the Lion Rock. And it's this amazing old palace complex up on top of like a 500-foot rock or 800-foot rock, I can't remember the elevation, and it's amazing. And they also even have some amazing frescoes that look like this up there, and it's just a spectacular area. We did a balloon ride. It's gorgeous naturally. There are a couple national parks. There's Mineria National Park up there where we saw tons of elephants. It was amazing. We went on a safari, but then there are 2 other national parks further south where you can also see, amazing wildlife. So Sri Lanka is not just about the beaches. It's got a really interesting culture, ancient culture. I mean, like I said, 3rd century BC, 10th century, 11th century. I mean, it's had a thriving culture for way longer than America. And it's also naturally beautiful, and it's a great place. So you should come. That's it for this week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.